For the next few seconds, imagine this. You're over 60, the lights go off, and right as you're about to fall asleep, your eyes start to blur. Again, the words on your phone melt together, the room looks dimmer than usual, and you wonder, is this just aging? But what if I told you that many seniors around the world are fixing their eyesight naturally by eating one simple thing before bed, something backed by science? Something your eyes silently crave every night? And what if you could start seeing clearer in just a few weeks? As you get older, the world slowly becomes harder to see. Street signs blur. Reading requires stretching your arm farther and farther. Night driving becomes a challenge. And maybe, just maybe, you've caught yourself avoiding eye checkups because you, Dan T., want to hear that familiar sentence. It's just part of aging. But the truth is, your eyes are organs living. Tissue and, like any other part of your body, they can respond dramatically to the right nutrients, especially when taken at the right time, right before you sleep. For decades, eye specialists have known a strange but powerful fact. Your eyes repair themselves the most during deep sleep. That's when blood flow increases to the retina, when oxidative damage is cleared, when cells regenerate. And when your macula, the part responsible for sharp vision, tries to rebuild itself. But here's the catch.
How most seniors go to bed with nutrient-depleted eyes?
Eyes that are starving for antioxidants. Eyes whose tiny blood vessels are inflamed. Eyes drowning in free radicals caused by stress, sunlight, and age. But then researchers noticed something different in places like Japan, parts of Europe, and rural regions where elderly people maintained surprisingly sharp eyesight even into their late 80s. They found one common habit before going to bed. These elders consumed a specific eye-nourishing food that acted like fuel for nighttime repair. It became the spark for multiple studies showing that certain nutrients, when taken before sleep, don't just protect vision, they help restore it. So what is this nighttime eye booster? The simple answer is this. A small serving of bilberry or blueberry fresh, frozen, or powdered paired with a source of healthy fats, like a spoon of yogurt or a few nuts, taken right before bed. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This tiny fruit has been proven to do things inside the eye that medications can easily do. Bilberries and blueberries contain some of the highest concentrations of anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that go directly to your retina, strengthen your eyes, tiny blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and help regenerate the rhodopsin pigment that controls how well you see in low light. This is why people who consume them regularly often report clearer night vision, sharper focus, reduced dryness, and less eye strain. They essentially allow your eyes to recover overnight instead of deteriorating. Now, why before bed? That's where the real story gets interesting. When you sleep, your body switches into repair mode. Think of it like a workshop, but every workshop needs supplies. Eating eye-restoring nutrients at night ensures that your bloodstream is full of what your eyes need exactly when they are trying to heal. Seniors who add blueberries or bilberries to their nightly routine often notice results faster than those who take the same foods during the day. But this isn't just about one fruit. Your eyes also depend on a network of nutrients that work together. Lutein, zeaxanthine, zinc, vitamin A, omega-3, fatty acids, vitamin C, and vitamin E support different layers of the eye. Think of them like a team. Some protect the retina, others shield the cornea, some repair nerves, and others reduce inflammation. When even one is missing, your vision can decline quicker. But when all are supplied consistently, especially before sleep, the results can surprise you. Imagine this. A senior in her late 70s begins adding one simple nighttime routine: half a cup of blueberries with a spoon of yogurt. After 3 weeks, she realizes she no longer squints at restaurant menus. After 5 weeks, her night driving becomes easier. After 2 months, she visits her optometrist, who looks at her chart twice because her reading clarity has improved by a full line. Stories like this used to sound unbelievably, till clinical studies confirmed what thousands were experiencing. But to understand why this nightly ritual works so well, let's go deeper into what actually happens inside your eyes as you age. The lenses in your eyes stiffen. That's why reading becomes harder. The macula begins to thin. That's why details blur. The retina becomes inflamed. That's why your vision fades at night. And tiny blood vessels grow weak. That's why dryness, irritation, and glare become so common. All of these changes are accelerated by oxidative stressed INI molecules that damage your eyes every day. Anthocyanins from berries act like firefighters. They rush into the retina, neutralize those damaging molecules, and strengthen the tissue that helps you see clearly. But here's where it gets even more powerful. Blueberries don't just supply antioxidants. They help your eyes produce more nitric oxide, a natural compound that improves blood flow to the retina. Better blood flow means better oxygen, better nutrient delivery, and faster recovery. This is why so many seniors who eat blueberries before bed wake up with eyes that feel more hydrated, more focused, less strained, and less tired. Yet very few people over 60 know about this simple trick. Instead, they rely entirely on glasses, stronger prescriptions, or expensive treatments, never being told that the food they eat, especially before sleep, could help their eyes heal themselves. The truth is, your nighttime habits may be the biggest factor controlling whether your eyesight declines or improves. So let's talk about the ideal bedtime eye healing routine. Starts with 1 serving of blueberries or bilberries. It's fresh is great. Frozen is just as powerful. Powdered extract mixed in water works too. Then comes the second piece, healthy fats. Why? Because many eye nutrients are fat-soluble, meaning they absorb better with fats. A spoon of yogurt, a few almonds, a sprinkle of chia seeds, or even a small piece of dark chocolate can dramatically boost absorption. Some seniors also add a teaspoon of flaxseed oil or fish oil at night to boost their omega-3 levels. Omega-3 South lubricate the eyes, nourish the retina, and reduce inflammation inside the eye. Combining Omega-3 South with blueberries creates a synergistic effect. Your eyes get antioxidants, improve blood flow, and lubrication all at once. If you want to go deeper, consider adding lutein and zeaxanthin-rich foods to your evening meal. These nutrients are found in spinach, kale, pumpkin, eggs, and corn. They collect in the macula and form a protective layer that shields your eyes from light damage. And when combined with blueberry antioxidants, they become even more effective. Think of blueberries as the repair crew and lutein as the shield. Now some may wonder, how long will this take to work? For most seniors, the first improvements show in 10 to 21 days, usually as reduced dryness, less irritation, clearer contrast when reading, or better night vision. Deeper improvements, like sharper detail and reduced blurriness, typically appear after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent nighttime nutrition. But here's something even more fascinating. When you consistently give your eyes the antioxidants they need at night, you aren't just improving vision. You're slowing down the actual aging of the eye itself. The retina ages faster when it lacks nutrients, but studies show that seniors who consume anthocyanins, lutein, and omega-3 South regularly can reduce age-related degeneration by up to 40%. Imagine slowing down the clock on your eyesight simply by eating the right thing before bed. Now, while blueberries and bilberries are the stars of this nighttime ritual, you can amplify their effects with a few simple habits. First, limit screen time in the last hour before bed. Screens produce blue light that tires the retina and reduces melatonin, your sleep hormone. Poor sleep means poor repair. Second, gently warm your eyelids with a warm washcloth for 20 seconds before sleeping. This unclogs oil glands around the eyes, improving moisture and comfort, especially important for seniors who suffer from dryness. Third, hydrate. Even a small glass of water before bed keeps your tear film stable through the night, preventing irritation. But perhaps the most overlooked habit is this: blinking exercises before sleep. As you age, your blink rate drops. Most seniors blink only a third as often as they should, especially when reading or using a phone. When you don't blink enough, your ocular surface dries out. 5 slow, deliberate blinks before bed can dramatically improve morning comfort. Combine that with your nightly blueberry ritual, and you're giving your eyes both internal and external support. Let's return to the hero of our story for a moment, the humble blueberry. Scientists found that anthocyanins not only strengthen the retina, but they also regenerate rhodopsin up to 5 times faster than normal. Rhodopsin is the pigment responsible for how well you see in dim light. SY pilots in World War II famously consumed bilberries to improve night vision, a story that later sparked years of research. Today, we know it wasn't a myth. Rhodopsin regeneration is real, and seniors who eat blueberries at night often wake up seeing clearer in low light than before. But your bedtime eye ritual doesn't need to be complicated. Many seniors create a soothing routine they actually look forward to. Some warm their blueberries slightly to release the juices. Others blend them into a small cup of yogurt or kefir. Some freeze them for a cool, refreshing nighttime treat. Not those using powdered bilberry extract simply stir it into warm water or herbal tea. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Let's talk about timing because it matters more than you might think. The best window to consume your eye-fueling snack is 30 to 45 minutes before sleep. This allows digestion to begin just as your body prepares for its nightly repair cycle. When your bloodstream is full of anthocyanins, lutein, and omega-3s south at the moment your eyes start healing, the effect is dramatically amplified. Now imagine lying in bed, eyes closed, and inside your retina. Tiny antioxidant molecules are moving through microvessels, reducing inflammation you didn't even know was there. Your macula, responsible for your ability to read, recognize faces, and see details, is repairing itself cell by cell. The thin protective layer that shields your eyes from light damage grows stronger, your tear film becomes more balanced, and your optic nerves get better oxygen flow. Every night becomes a small step toward clearer vision. And yet, despite all this evidence, most people over 60 never hear these insights from their doctors. Not because the science isn't real, but because nutrition isn't always emphasized in traditional eye care. But seniors who take matters into their own hands, those who start nourishing their eyes before sleep, often experience improvements that feel nothing short of life-changing. Think of your eyes as gardens. During the day, they face sunlight, dryness, pollution, stress, and hours of strain. But at night, the garden finally gets water, minerals, and rest. When you feed your eyes the right nutrients before sleep, you're essentially giving that garden the perfect soil and fertilizer to flourish again. Some seniors go even further and add one special ingredient to their nighttime ritual: saffron. Just a tiny pinch. Saffron contains powerful carotenoids that have been shown to improve visual acuity and protect retinal cells. In some small studies, seniors taking saffron supplements saw remarkable improvements in clarity and contrast. Mixing a pinch of saffron into warm milk or herbal tea along with your blueberries can create a powerhouse combination for older eyes. Another overlooked nutrient is zinc. Zinc transports vitamin A to the retina, enabling your eyes to form protective pigments. Without zinc, the benefits of vitamin A are limited. Foods like pumpkin seeds, chickpeas, and nuts are excellent evening snacks that complement your berry ritual beautifully. Here's a subtle but important point. Eye healing isn't dramatic at first. You may not wake up one morning with perfect vision. Instead, you may notice that the world begins to look slightly clearer. Text becomes easier to read. Your eyes feel less tired in the mornings. Streetlights at night look less glaring. Those tiny improvements add up, and over time they become noticeable and meaningful. Your goal is not just to eat blueberries before bed. It's to create a consistent nightly pattern that supports eye health from multiple angles. Nutrition, hydration, low inflammation, proper sleep, and relaxation of the eye muscles all work together to give you the best results. And speaking of inflammation, let's talk briefly about something that affects nearly every senior: oxidative stress. This is one of the biggest contributors to vision decline. Every day, your eyes are exposed to light and oxygen, to things they absolutely need, but also the two things that create the most damaging free radicals. Anthocyanins neutralize these radicals before they harm your retinal cells. That's why people who eat antioxidant-rich foods at night often experience less eye fatigue, less strain, and sharper focus. Now let's go even deeper into what happens when seniors start this nightly routine. Over time, your body begins storing these nutrients in the macula, building up a reserve that protects your eyes throughout the day. It's like building a shield, one that grows stronger every week. You stay consistent. This is what researchers call macular pigment density. Higher density equals better vision, better protection, slower aging of the eye, and reduced risk of conditions like macular degeneration. And here's the truly hopeful part. Even seniors who already have significant eye issues like early macular degeneration, cataracts, dryness, or blurry near vision often still see meaningful improvements because the eye is one of the fastest healing organs when it receives the right support. Your retina regenerates every 48 to 72 hours. Your tear film resets every time you sleep. Your eye muscles recover overnight. When you repeatedly give your eyes fuel right before that healing window, you create a compounding effect. Night after night, the improvements stack, and your vision becomes clearer, more stable, and more comfortable. Think about how powerful that is. Just a few minutes each night, with one small serving of berries and healthy fats. You're giving your eyes exactly what they need to repair themselves. Something glasses can't do. Something drops can't do. Something surgeries can't do. Only your body's natural repair system can do this if it has the right tools. Now, let's shift to something many seniors struggle with, but rarely talk about: the fear of losing independence. It's losing the ability to drive at night, struggling to read medication labels, not being able to recognize faces from across a room. These fears grow quietly as eyesight weakens. But when seniors start this nighttime eye supporting routine, something unexpected happens. The fear begins to shrink. Confidence grows. They start noticing details again. They wake up with eyes that feel alive instead of tired. They realize vision decline is not a one-way road. Let's paint a picture. Imagine an older gentleman who has stopped reading bedtime novels because the words blur after a few pages. He starts this simple blueberry routine. 3 weeks later, he finds himself reading longer without strain. Another month passes, and he finishes a chapter he had abandoned months ago. He's not imagining that his eyes are truly functioning better. Or imagine a grandmother who stopped night driving because headlights looked like exploding stars. After 6 weeks of supplying her eyes with anthocyanins before bed, she notices that the glare has softened. Night driving isn't terrifying anymore. These aren't miracles, they're biology. Your eyes weren't designed to fail at 60. You simply need to give them the nutrients they've been missing for years. And because the body absorbs nutrients more efficiently at night, you're turning a regular snack into a targeted, science-backed therapy for your eyes. A lot of people ask whether they can substitute blueberries with other fruits. The answer is yes, but choose the right ones. Blackberries, dark cherries, purple grapes, and elderberries also contain powerful anthocyanins. If you want maximum strength, bilberries, the European cousin of blueberries, contain nearly double the concentration. Even a teaspoon of bilberry powder mixed with warm water can equal an entire bowl of berries. Another question is whether supplements are as effective as whole berries. Whole foods are always better, but high-quality bilberry supplements with standardized anthocyanins can still be incredibly effective, especially for seniors who may have trouble eating large portions. If you choose supplements, taking them before bed enhances their effects significantly. Now, let's talk about the connection between eyes and sleep. Poor sleep is a hidden cause behind declining eyesight in seniors. When you don't sleep well, your eyes struggle to lubricate, detoxify, and regenerate. Eating the right foods at night helps regulate melatonin naturally. Blueberries support melatonin production. Nuts, especially almonds, and walnuts contain natural melatonin. Warm milk helps increase tryptophan levels, which your brain converts into melatonin. When melatonin improves, sleep improves. Sleep improves, vision repair skyrockets. This is why people who start this nighttime routine often say their eyes feel fresher in the morning.
Ow.
They're not just eating berries. They're boosting melatonin, lowering inflammation, and improving overall rest all of which directly affect eyesight. Now imagine combining everything we've talked about into one simple nightly ritual. 30 minutes before sleep, you sit down, relax, and enjoy a small bowl of blueberries with yogurt or nuts. You blink slowly 5 times, warm your eyelids, and reduce screen time. You hydrate, you breathe deeply, you prepare your body and your eyes for rest. Inside your eyes, something begins to happen. Blood flow increases, nutrients move through the retina. Antioxidants begin repairing damaged cells. Tear glands reset. The macula absorbs pigments like a sponge. The muscles around your eyes relax. And with each passing night, this cycle repeats stronger and stronger. Over time, many seniors report something astonishing. The world starts looking brighter. Colors look richer. Letters look sharper. Faces look clearer. They feel younger not because their age changed, but because their eyesight improved. This is the power of eating the right thing before bed. It's gentle, it's natural, it's safe. It works with your body, not against it. And now, as we wrap up this journey, remember this. Your eyes are not aging as fast as you think. They are waiting every single night for the nutrients, the rest, and the gentle support that allows them to heal. You don't need expensive treatments or complicated routines. Sometimes all it takes is a handful of the right foods, a few calming habits, and the decision to care for yourself in a new way. So tonight, when you reach for your evening snack, let it be the one that nourishes your vision. Let it be the thing that helps you read a little easier tomorrow, see more clearly on your next walk, and wake up with eyes that feel refreshed instead of strained. Night after night, this simple ritual could become the reason you stay independent, confident, and connected to the world around you. Your eyesight is precious, and now you know exactly how to protect it naturally from the comfort of your own home. Your best vision years don't have to be behind you, they can start tonight.